Okay, just gonna do some. Okay, just gonna do some legwork before we're namely sharing the streams. We're just gonna be doing a little of that before we proceed. So, okay, thankfully this one's up here in the front. I kind of wish the more options part is up already. But this is gonna be our first shot, and I'm already feeling a bit anxious. If sealed is and everything I've read about draft is anything to go by, the format is really bomb heavy. It's gonna be a concern, especially if we don't open some bombs. But if what we can do to mitigate that is pretty much try to take advantage of artifacts as a way to have a smoother mana base. That's pretty much the only thing I can think of going forward. Anyway, hello everyone, welcome to another episode of MTG Arena Run. Today we are going to be doing, well, our first premier draft of the Brothers War, and we're going to cash in our draft token and proceed. I'm going to also set up so I can see comments more easily. So, with no surprise, the drafts fill up really quickly, so we're going to go right then and there. Though it's always going to be that. Just let me see if that. Okay, we're in and we're live. Let's see what we got. Now, thankfully, we got a really good bomb in the trenches. We do want to get into low curve aggro deck if we go for this, but this is pretty solid. Creatures you control get +1/+1, and we get one-shot removal. Hey, Kyle Braxton, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? How's your week? This is gonna, and pretty much how has the year been to you? We've only got 1 month left so far after this. Not much in the way of removal. A few Deadly Riposte is interesting as a removal spell, but we're definitely going into the trenches here. Not much in the way of white cards, which also helps us here. Hostile Negotiations also quite solid. Though basically it is it's draw 3 cards 2 ways. I am of a mind to take this. Though let's see. We have a Power Stone Fracture, which is pretty solid. Not much in white. We only got the Power Stone Engineer, which is okay. I'm willing to take the Hostile Negotiations here because this one's also quite good. Yeah, we will lose 3 life, but it's pretty much card draw. This is going to be a bit of a tester here. I could solidify white, but Power Stone Engineer, it's okay, but it's not super great. Yeah, we'll take the Hostile Negotiations here. Okay, and let's see. Now let's be on the lookout. There's an Evolving Wilds. We're on the lookout for creatures. Unfortunately, kind of dried up here. We could take the Scrapwork Mutt. We don't necessarily have to go into red. This is just a creature. We can just take the Goblin Firebomb. Its removal, it's just not great. Evolving Wilds is the safe bet here. I guess I will take the Evolving Wilds here. It's not often that we get a pretty slightly dud opening third pick, but okay, we might have to move away from white and or black. We probably want to. There is a Key to the City, which is fine, but I kind of want to take the Obstinate Baylot. Wait, I did see quite a good amount of green pass around. Boulder Branch Golem is also solid, because of the prototype half. We'll take the Baylot here. And let's see. There's a Blanchwood Armor. There is a Corrupt. All of a sudden, I wish I took the. All of a sudden, I wish I took the prototype because it'll be easier for us to get into this one. This is thankfully a late game card, so we can always take that. There is a Mishra's Bauble, which is nice. There's a Blanchwood Armor, which is a 1/2, but we kind of don't have good ways of protecting our creatures. Okay, we can take the Power Stone Fracture or the Scrapworks Rager. Probably take the Power Stone Fracture. This is removal. I do want to take Scrapwork Ragers also, just to start getting creatures. Like right now, we only have 1 creature, which is a bit scary. We need to decide which color we want to get into. Like there's an audacity, but again, we're awfully shy in the creature market. Peace, yeah, you had good, great, yeah, many things to give this time around. Yeah, we'll take the audacity. I will admit that white awfully dried up. So there is a good chance we might not even get into white here. And just as I say that, there's a Yoshan Medic. There's a Gixian Skullflayer. This is the mill. Green black is the mill deck. There is a Clay Revenant, which is reasonably solid. It's probably better than Skullflayer is fine. It's just, yeah, we'll take the Clay Revenant for now. I don't. And there's another Clay Revenant, but there's also Goring Warplow. We kind of need to have larger creatures at this point and be a bit more flexible. We'll take a Warplow this time. So we're pretty much solid in green black at this point. Yeah, it's a shame. In the trenches is really good. It's just that all the packs never lined up. Everyone to our right was in white at some point or the other. We kind of want to make this green main, although most of our cards technically are black at this point. Taunus' Tinkering does give us an extra creature, but I do want it to have another Power Stone Fracture. We're going to be on the lookout for unearthed creatures, and a lot of them. I guess Taunus' Tinkering is a fine option as well. Have to also remember that we can also just sacrifice artifacts, ways to produce Power Stones are also on the market here. But not too bad. 3 pieces of removal, some decent creatures all around. Tinkering is probably going to be a decent combat trick. We can also use it to convert some of our non-lands into... Well, we can also convert lands too, actually. So that, at least let's keep that in mind. We might be in the market for that. Yep, definitely taking the Gigamole here. So, but we're definitely in the market for Unearthed. Hey. Not a fan of Gix's Caress or Slagstone Refinery. I think I do take the Caress, but I really don't want to run it. Supply Drop, also don't really want to run it, but it is an option. There's a Mishra's Onslaught. Hey, got Teresian Mindbreaker, which is horrible. It's a rare, but it's very uninspiring. The Power Stone Fracture is more inspiring at this point. Sigil of Valor is fine. We really want more creatures, but we're not getting them. There's a Trench Stalker if you draw 2 or more. We're not going to draw 2 cards as of the moment, though. We might have to just take another Power Stone Fracture here. We will take Gwena, though. 2 mana, and if we can use it to cast some of our larger creatures, it's a big plus. We are kind of passing on Rust Goliath, on Goring Warplow, but I guess we're fine taking Gwena here. We do need, and we're looking for creatures. So basically, we're looking for prototype creatures now. Well, not necessarily. But it does help the prototype market. Another Tinkering. I do want to take Burnished Heart here. It's quite a lot of mana, but it does land on the battlefield tap. So that is also another way to accelerate. Hey, Mox Amber! I kind of want to take it just because it's a mythic. Honestly, I should be taking Boulder Branch Golem. Yeah, the allure of the mythic. You know what? I do have enough wild cards. I can always just craft it. Let's be responsible. We'll take a Boulder Branch Golem. Self-Assembler. No, we have to also be responsible here. Take Overwhelming Remorse. There is a Hoarding Recluse, which is also quite good. Our creature count is a bit on the low side, so let's keep that in mind. But we do at least want to have one overwhelming remorse here. So at the rate we're going, we could easily cut the Taunus's Tinkering. Hostile Negotiations we're still keeping right now. So 5 pieces of removal, so to speak. Want to lean more towards black if possible. Whoo! Okay, looks like a bit of a slowdown here. Fall of Krug, Steel Exemplar, kind of possible. Carrion Locust is. We could take another Clay Revenant. It does combo. It is a very good combo with our Power Stone Fractures. I might just take the Carrion Locust. We do want to have at least a flying creature. Yeah, we'll take one. Disciples of Gix, search your library for up to 3. Put them into the graveyard. Now, we don't have any. This is really good, but we don't have any unearthed at all. Power Plant Worker, we need. Not really great without the mine and whatnot. Jalum Tome might be fine, but do I really want another non-creature? I guess we do take the Tome. There's a liquid metal coating, but we don't exactly have to remove the artifact removal. I might just take another Goring Warplow. This is pretty much to help our curve as well. We might even have to take the Tomakul Honor Guard, as bad as it sounds, though. If for some reason any of the Blanchwood armors wheel, it's okay. I might just take a Gaia's Gift. Another non-creature. 10-7 already. We can. I guess we take a Skull Flare this time. Yeah, because the thing is, I'm already happy with our non-creature spells, our Audacity, our triple Power Stone Fracture, our Overwhelming Remorse, Corrupt at 6. Okay, taking the Gaia's Gift. Would I rather have Audacity or Gaia's Gift? Normally, Audacity is the better card. But we still have one more pack to go through, so at least we can plan around that. And yeah, we're really shy on creatures. We need more help. Like, I'm willing to cut Moment of Defiance if we can land a. Okay, the Drake is uninspiring, but it is an option. I usually take Pristine Talisman, but this might not be quite the case now. I might actually rather have another Gigamole here. Yeah, we'll take another Gigamole. It's either that or Gnawing Vermin. Though Gnawing Vermin does curve out nicely for Power Stone Fracture. I think we take the Gigamole for now. Again, we're still on the lookout for good unearthed creatures. Well, there is a Disfigure. We'll probably end up taking that. There's a Gaia's Courser, which is also a good payoff, actually. I might end up taking the Gaia's Courser here. We still need more creatures, but if we can dump more in the graveyard, then we should be quite good. Here's a Pallbearer, Battlefield Butcher. Each opponent loses 2 life. It's fine. There is also a prototype Ironclaw Crusher. I guess I do take the. No, it's another double green card. Let's take the Battlefield Butcher. I want to lean more towards black here. So 14 and 9, but we're still on the lookout for more creatures or decent removal, like, there's a Gurgling Anointer, but we're not in the draw 2 deck. We'll take the go for the Throat, which means we can't cut one Power Stone Fracture. There's an Ichor Wellspring, and another Overwhelming Remorse, which I am going to take here. Though Ichor Wellspring combos really nicely with Power Stone Fracture. But if we don't have it, I think I would rather have the Remorse here. Now we just need to find ways to load up our yard even more. And I think the Gigamon is probably the best way to do it. There's a Razor Claw, but it's not that inspiring. Oh good, Skyfisher Spider. That's also another payoff. Shame we're passing on the Remorse, but we will take that one. So we're going to cut the Moment of Defiance. You may pay one if you do draw a card. Yeah. I will take it just because it's an uncommon, but I really don't. I'm not going to run it. If we're leaning heavily towards black, so Corrupt is going to be solid. We do have 2 double green cards, but we can kind of work our way around it. I'm tempted to take a Shoot Down. Though, never mind, it's 4 mana, it's too expensive. We'll take another Gnawing Vermin. There's a Chromatic Star, which is fine. There's a Wasteful Harvest. No, that's not fine. Stone Retrieval Unit. I might just take the Chromatic Star, but yeah, I might just take the Chromatic Star for that. There's an Ashnod's Intervention, but again, yeah, none of these are great. I'll take. Yeah, it looks like we rounded out the deck really early here. We still have to make a few cuts though. I probably will take the Ichor Wellspring, but I'm probably not. Let's see if we can find other things that can sacrifice. You may sacrifice another creature. Nope. Tracks a demon. Something to consider actually. That might be a fine enough creature. I might cut the Audacity. I might keep the Gaia's Gift, but I'm probably going to cut the Audacity at this point. Yeah, sure, it's a nice pump effect, draws us a card and all that, but we're going to try to lean as far into black as possible. So with that in mind, 18-8, so we need to cut a few we can cut a few creatures also. So probably the Battlefield Butcher, because it's just each opponent loses 2 life. It does help us in the long game. Keeping the Locust, keeping these. We can cut the Honor Guard. So 16 and 8. I'm okay with going 15 and 8 here. But that means I want to cut another green card. We'll probably keep the Courser. Yeah, this is how we get our 10-7, and it's essentially a 10-8 with Evolving Wilds. We have options like Ichor Wellspring, Chromatic Star. Like I'm willing to go to an 41 card deck by sneaking Chromatic Star in. Though how often are we going to need the double green? Basically twice. It's just for. No, it's not even twice. It's literally once. It's just for the Baylock. We can cut that. So 10-7. Hopefully, we got a decent leaning on this one. It's a shame that we never got the White Mythic to work, but hey, at least we have a White Mythic. Could have easily taken the Mox Amber as well, though that would have just filled out our rares. So definitely leading Gnawing Vermin into Traxodemon. And we're going to mill our opponent. I hope, because I usually want to get more information about what our opponent has. Now I'm actually going to swing first. If our opponent blocks, it's basically a trade. Yeah, okay. Trade away. Though, let's see. This is sacrifice another. We might be in trouble here. Okay, we got Gwena. So we can Gwena into Gaia's Courser if we need to. Also would like to hit hostile negotiations. Let's hope our opponent doesn't have the removal. Nope, doesn't quite have the removal, so we're fine with this. And they discarded Unleashed Shell, so... So we're running Gaia's Courser here. Let's hope they don't... Nope, Scrapwork Rager. They're just loading on creatures, but not much else. So we do hit our... Unfortunately, only 2 swamps, so this is only going to deal 2 damage. I can Gigamole, then attack to draw a card. It's going to trade off with a bunch of creatures, so that's not very ideal. But I probably still want to Gigamole anyway. We hit another Gigamole. We also hit the Skull Flare, which we are going to take. So if I swing with this block, we can take out 2 of their creatures for our 1. So I'm going to do that. Oh wait, no, I should not. I forgot we didn't draw a card. Okay, but thankfully we only got a chump block here, so that actually turned out pretty well. Ooh, Strongbow. Opponent can sacrifice a bit, so let's not swing into it right away. Now, okay, I need 3 mana for wards, so let's actually just take out this. Now they might have an... Okay, no Astronaut's Intervention. Now we can swing. Okay, at least we're going into Chumplock City, so I'm happy with that. And also, Third Swamp is pretty good. That helps us with our Corrupt. So, Gikshin Skull Flare is going to be a concern. Let's see which one our opponent takes out. They're into colors for removal. Emergency Weld. If we can hit one more swamp, I'm going after the Strongbow. Okay, ask and you shall receive. And the opponent concedes. we lined it up quite well. Though, okay, the milling our opponent probably was not a good call in that case. But I'll take it. And with that win, we make it to Platinum this month. So, okay, we don't have to... We're pretty much okay with drafting. Heck, normally what I would do is I would wait for the month to be over and then continue again. But I have a video to make, so let's keep going. That was pretty solid for us. I am admittedly considering adding that third Power Stone Fracture though. So let's see. Turn 2 Traxodemon, turn 3 Burnished Heart. Okay, we're pretty good there. Let's see what our opponent has in store. So if I see removal colors, maybe I would be concerned with Burnished Heart. Okay, no, it's just blue. So, ooh, that's concerning. They might have the red to take out this Burnished Heart. I'm gonna play it anyway. Let's see if they have it. If they have it, it is what it is. I'm assuming they do have it. They did mill a lot. Oh no, that's triple blue. Wing Commando. Based on the situation, I do want to actually just cash this in now. Normally I'd wait for a chump blocker, but that doesn't seem to be happening. So next turn we can Carrion Locust, Power Stone Fracture. I'm assuming, okay, our opponent is still missing red. Another Archaeologist. So we're probably gonna fracture the Commando if ever. Oh, the even Sahili, nice. Though no rush quite yet. I guess we run the Carrion Locust first. Quite tempted to Power Stone Fracture the Wing Commando, then just leave ourselves with this. I'm actually gonna just cast Gwena. Let's see if, but our opponent definitely has a response to this. Well, if they have a counter spell for it, okay, no. Once they hit, we need to start reviewing what the red mana does. I'm pretty sure the first thing they go for. And even if they have a combat trick, that's fine. Scry 1, tap and untap, draw a card, create 2. Okay, the create 2 is going to be the bigger concern. Machine over matter, return. Okay, prowess trigger, not bad. I think that's one of the mountains you needed. They are drawing into a lot of red though. So we want to save this instant. We did goof up here. We could have just anyway, but it does give us the option to attack. I would say that we goofed up, that we should have cast with this mana here. We would still have about 2 mana left over to do something with it. Opponent's still missing their red mana, but they're cashing it in now. They're hoping to dig into it. They finally hit their red mana. They're most likely going to cast Obliterating Bolt on the Goring Warplow because that is a good target. Gwena is also an option, I'd say. Deciding which one to take out. I would still say Goring Warplow. Though the concern of blue-red is that if they discarded their Unleashed Shell, that means there is usually a good chance that there isn't another one. Though this is one of the better red removal spells. Not if you've been leading on blue this whole time. I know they will play Obliterating Bolt. And I know we're going to end up corrupting the Wing Commando, though I want to corrupt something else. At least some Power Stone Fracture can destroy a Planeswalker, so we'll... Yep, going after Gwena, that makes sense. Go down to 12. There's a Clay Revenant's actually a good one here. Also, Overwhelming Remorse can exile a creature or planeswalker. So, what we probably will do is... Let's see, we know this is going to come up with 2 1/1s. We're basically holding up Traxodemon so that we can say sack something, and then we get the discount on our Overwhelming Remorse that way. Let's see, what does our opponent do? Yeah, the more I think of it, obliterating Buena is more of a long-term goal. Obstinate Baylot is good.
I'm a tough opponent.
Let's
Win
see.
or lose, it'll be a thrilling fight.
They are making the top tiers, that's expected. Do I just remorse the commando? Yeah, let's remorse the commando. Now these have haste. Let's see if our opponent goes after these guys. Yeah, they could. They have blockers. They have blockers anyway. Now, unfortunately, this goes back to hand, though. We have enough mana to cast all of this. And I'm still saving the Corrupt for some...
Clearly, my designs have room for improvement.
Yeah, opponent's now in chump block mode. So we're going to be on the lookout on the toughness. Now we have about 6 more. Okay, we lose that one. That's. We could also lose the Traxodemon at this point, so which makes sense. It opens the way for our Obstinate Baylot, and we can get our Clay Revenant back. So, no, not such a big rush there. Also, our opponent's actually down quite a lot of cards. Most of it through mill. Satoon Dispenser. So they get to draw. They will draw a lot of cards. We're kind of counting on it. So we're playing to survive at this point. So Gigamole. Oh wait, we do get the Courser back. Yeah, we kind of want to hit. We kind of want to hit more of our. Opponent's still drawing. Really aggressive. So. Okay, unearthing that. They don't have a draw 2 strat. They might. Now blue does have the color for draw 2. They just don't have it on them. Urza's rebuff. They're going for the tap 2, so they want to swing for 6. They whiffed out on the other wing commando, sure. Note this is instant speed, so okay, that is. Okay, hit our 5th swamp. This can also counter a spell. I want them to actually counter. Yeah, let's give them something to counter. I could also have just waited a turn, I guess. Opponent's down to 5 cards. This is not optional. So I need to survive for 3 turns. Down to 4 cards. Hit 1 planes, okay. Go down to 8. 3 cards. They might have another counter spell. Hey, Jericho Alagan, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Musta na? Okay, opponent is going to try to... Oh, just making a token. Okay, we bought quite a lot of time there. And actually, we're now in play for 3 turns mode. Though, okay, this changes the math. We now need a removal spell for one of their creatures. Oh, wait. You know, they would have had an extra turn if they didn't go for this. Now, they might have a pump effect. That would be nuts. They're not going to make the mistake of milling the last card out. And there's probably an argument for not actually hitting the platoon dispenser. Yeah, unfortunately, we're just hitting lands. So yeah, we don't have anything better to do here. We're just gonna be replicating mono black aggro on paper. Wait, mono black aggro. So this is not the one that 3, 6, 7, 8. Well, they have to draw it. It's their last card. We are taking 8. We have to block these 2. So it's a question if they have another source of damage. Now, haste flying. That will do it. It's unfortunate that we just kept drawing into lands late. Also, an argument would have been to not hit their platoon dispenser, though that was a bit scary. Let's see. Yeah, this was exacts. We did not have the anti-flying tech. Yeah, let's see. And our opponent was down to the last card. That was a bit nerve shattering. We could have waited, I guess. Yeah, we did make the mistake of taking out their... I guess instead of taking out their platoon, I could have just taken out one of their 1/1s. Which would have been super weird, but on the other hand, it would not have been... We would have won that game at that rate. Well. We misplayed. There's no other way to say it. No, mono black aggro on paper. What? Tenacious Underdog. I'm trying to see what are the cards that will fit. Okay. Okay, let's try to get a clue what our opponent has. Okay, so our opponent is playing White X aggro. I can offer the trade, but I can also just pass and wait because Mine Worker. Because what I can do is pretty much let's go for it, I guess. That's fine. Could have been worse. Yeah, we're gonna run out the prototype here. Now this enchant is in the format. Opponent is playing mono white. Airlift Chaplet. Now this is sacrifice another creature, so I would prefer to play another creature first. Well, there's our other creature. Let's play that one first. And yeah, we're taking the Skull Flayer. And we're offering the trade, actually. Okay, opponent did not take. That was a given. So I want to see if our opponent goes for this. They could actually just spend 5 mana for it. going white. I couldn't really punish their board at this state. So we might save the we might want to save the spider for whatever big thing they do eventually drop. And I can return this at any time. Yeah, we're just gonna trade whenever possible. Let's see what big creature they drop. Because it allows me to just play Warlord's Elite. Oh, they're tapping creatures. Self-assembler. Now, it's just a 4/4, so I don't. The power plant worker is going to be the concern here. So we buy back the Clay Revenant into hand. Got another overwhelming remorse, so I actually want to save. Oh, mistap. Let's take out the self-assembler. And opponent concedes! Now, we should have paid attention to the auto-tapper. I would have wanted to hit them with the overwhelming remorse. Tenacious Underdog, Fire and Flesh. Okay. Mystery Shadow. Oh, yeah, that's right. Those are pretty solid. Let's see. You don't necessarily top out on Shieldred, but I think it's just mostly aggro, cut down, maybe cut down Disfigure, go for the throat. Something else to supplement these creatures. I know there's something I'm missing. I know there's a not unearthed. Though Bankbuster might be decent. Okay, unfortunately, this hand is not. We are 30-something% to draw. We are 30-something% to draw a black source, so it's still not enough. Well, yeah, this is better. We're keeping the Burnished Heart. Probably not the Gigamole. So it's a bit sad. Infernal Grasp. Now that is an interesting meta game call. Now, unfortunately, I have to play this and Shieldred. Yeah, I'm also second guessing Shieldred. Like it's nice as like a one-off, but you might actually prefer an Invoke Despair, which is weird to say, but it does a good job of clearing the board and refilling your hand. That's the only thing I can think of. Unfortunately, not hitting our third land is gonna kill us. We need to hit our Burnished Heart and not let it die. Gix may be better for a card. Yeah, Gix is probably better. It's just you just need to connect, if I'm not mistaken. Which means, yeah, you are putting quite a bit of emphasis on your early game removal. I'm forced to take this, unfortunately. Oh my gosh, we're not hitting our lands. Maybe I should have kept. No, the first one was even worse. We would not have been able to cast any of our black cards. I'm willing to trade with Coastal Bulwark, or even. But yeah, we are in desperation mode right now. My kingdom for any land. So we got 15 lands there, so we are 50%, less than 50%, so not the most ideal situation. Hopefully our opponent is actually heavy green and we're just and we can just hold them off with the Goring Warplow. Third pad Savan. Okay. Yeah, we're still taking hits with the Warplow. We did hit our third land. Yeah, we'll cast the Burnished Heart because we really need to crack this. There's no way around it. It's actually one of the things that makes Burnished Heart really good. Now, if our opponent has removal for this, it's sad, but we now just need to hit 14 out of 30, so we're still just slightly less than 50. And the Warplow can hold back the Courser. We hit our own Courser, but we're not quite there yet. So next turn, let's say Goring Warplow goes, we can Locust Remorse. Now our opponent probably has a combat trick, in which case let's get it out of the way because I'm about to use hard removal. Yeah, I expected that. Let's hope they don't have another one. Okay, they don't have another one, so we can actually Boulder Branch Golem, but yeah, I think I want to carry in Locust first. Let's do this now bit while they don't have the mana for it. Okay, got that clear. Now we have one more piece of removal in Skyfisher, so hopefully that lands. We have the mana for Gaia's Courser already. Also, one more mana we can go full Boulder Branch Golem. Oh, come on. Opponent. Definitely not trading because I know we have a spider. Hoarding Recluse. When it dies, put up to one other target card from a graveyard on bottom of its own owner's library. Does our opponent have... Okay, I was wondering if our opponent had the 2 mana spell. Also our opponent... Okay, do they have it? Oddly enough, I'm actually fine if they have it because, okay, it does give a +1/+1 counter, but it will put them down to 1 card, and that means we can stabilize with Boulder Branch if that happens. Ay, ay, ay. Zephyr Sentinel, white. Okay. Roundabout way to do it. Our opponent can, yeah, they could do a full swing attack, which is highly suspicious because it's I have to block. I still have to block. I know there's a Giant Growth. It's probably a Giant Growth, but I don't know, just Gaia's Gift. Not the worst, actually. Gain 1 life. Yes, we're gonna exile that because we don't have a way to get it back. The Sentinel will still be a problem now. Foundry Inspector instead. I really want to play this so I can start drawing cards though. Yeah, let's play this first. Yeah, Gaia's Gift is very annoying. Now, our opponent can easily trade. They can easily just trade this for the Foundry Inspector, so it's not a very good deal here. Well, thankfully we can just go for the Trove. Okay, now we have to do some math. Let's say I block this. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. A combat trick could kill us, but we really need to have this at full value. Gaia's Courser. Okay, it's not a combat trick. And they're not swinging either. So that should buy us some time back. And let's see if we can... I'm still not swinging a Gaia's Courser, even though I really need the cards. Let's see. As far as removal is concerned, I think we have another Remorse. We still have our 2 Power Stone Fractures. Opponent is starting to flood. They can start drawing cards though. Actually surprised we actually drew more. Oh wait, no, that's because we burnished Heart for 2 lands. Now, I am tempted to... Let's see. Yeah, we'll actually pass one more turn. Yeah, we'll let them draw their 2 cards. We did give up both Roaring Warplow, so we don't exactly have anything on the big end. It's really just going to be about pinpoint removal at this rate. I was thinking if I should have taken out the third Path Savant, because the more cards is more cards is going to be a problem for us. Also, I don't think I've seen the last of it. Yeah, Spotter Topter. We're not blocking that. We need to hit another removal spell again. I'm already considering putting the third Power Stone Fracture now. They kept the top 2. Maybe I can hit the... Wait, did we play Vermin? No, we didn't. Not this game. Okay, not quite... This is like a super long game draw too. I have to draw a card now though. Yeah, this is an expected trade. Yeah, they want to commit as few creatures as possible. That is their best bet. No, there is a way to... Actually, there is a way to... Okay, that's kind of it. I had to do it because I needed to draw the card. Not that... Am I proud of it? No. Okay, we did at least hit Baylot, so that is some life gain. We lost Hostile Negotiations, not the worst thing to lose, considering... Somehow hostile negotiations is not quite showing up. Not that I'm mad. Or what? Yeah, it was a very unfortunate that our removal got dismantled between the Gaia's gifts and that what's that other spell? Okay, we did hit the core up for 6. That please don't have another counter spell. Okay, good. Now we actually have to start swinging though. Koilos Rock. Yeah, this is gonna... Well, not as annoying as the Splattertopter, so I'm actually happy for that. We did use up a go for the throat, right? Yeah, we did. So... Power Stone Fracture, Overwhelming Remorse. Those are the... I can buy some time with Obstinate Baylot. Opponent is just drawing cards. I say just, but it is still it's still an issue. I'm gonna start paring your board down a bit. I'm gonna offer this. Not the best deal, but I might get them to give up their Foundry Inspector. Hoarding Recluse, probably a bit annoying because they get to put 1 card back. Mine Worker could be it's actually fine. We actually take out 2 creatures. Yeah, we did not exactly have a very big bomb though. That is our biggest weakness here. Now approaching card parity in terms of cards drawn off the library. I can also start drawing our own set of cards. Opponent is starting to load up the ground. We're about to get overwhelmed. Yeah. Oh wow, we're just drawing blanks here. Though I can sacrifice and bring it back to hand, so that is a thing. Siren Seeker. Yeah, but when we're drawing lands and our opponent's drawing gas, it's not looking good. Yeah, we probably are going to lose this one, so not a very good look. I might be willing to trade the Perimeter Patrol. I am willing to trade the Patrol for the Baylot. So I'm also gonna... Hold on. Oh, I passed the damage already. Okay, fine. Yeah, now we're drawing our lands. Unbelievable. Yep. Hit another Gigamole. But considering now that we want to actually hit our removal spells, do I even want to cast this? I might have to. Skull Flayer is fine. But the payoff is not looking great. We're now going to be chumping. And I'd not be surprised if our opponent decided to go all in on the swing now. Five blue, 6 blue. What's with all the blue? Hold on. Did they actually have one of those super highly expensive enchantments? Well, the game lasted really long, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Blade Coil Serpent. X equals 0. So they literally played it just to draw the Oh wow, did they goof up? I think they were supposed to draw 3 cards, but something happened to the mana they spent. Well, it doesn't matter. There's a hulking metamorph. They could copy the... Oh, well, of course. There. No, they did end up drawing those cards. Yeah, we're yeah, there's no good way around it. So let's do the obvious blocks. Gigamole here. Let's see. We're taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, these are dying anyway. This doesn't have trample? No, it doesn't have trample. There's our Power Stone Fracture that we kind of needed some time ago. Gwenna's a bit late. Yeah, we needed a lot of these cards a lot earlier. I think in hindsight, not taking out the third Path Savant was a mistake. Our opponent drew way too many cards off that. Let's see, what did we take? Okay, let's sanity check. What did we kill instead? I don't think we would have been able to take it out anyway. We were gunning for the Recluse, but they had a return spell. So yeah, we would not have been able to take it out at that moment. And by the time we had the cards for taking it out, we were way behind. Okay, that's it. Since we're so reliant on removal, we're adding that third Power Stone Fracture. I think we can keep the land count as is. I'm tempted to put an Ichor Wellspring now, but I will need to cut something. Maybe 1 Gigamole. Gigamole for Wellspring, Gigamole for Honor Guard as an option. Gigamole for Battlefield Butcher is an option too. Yeah, I didn't realize that we were running all 3 Gigamoles. I'd rather have all 3 Power Stone Fractures at that point. Okay, this is make or break. Any game can be our last. Let's hope it's not this one. But if anything, I do like draft. I am liking draft better than sealed. At least we're not complete. Sure, someone could still open the deck that has everything, but at least we're not completely at the mercy of that. Not quite yet, anyway. Also note that this was a very late. I think this was the 15th pick. Traxademon. So we're gonna hold on to Goring Warplow for as long as possible. We might just go for something's throat instead. Okay, opponent is taking their time on their land drop, which is super unusual. Usually a sign that our opponent... Okay, there they are. I am willing to play Skull... Let's see if they have the removal spell. Nope. I'm willing to play the Skull Flayer at this point though. Yeah, it's a 2-3 for 3 mana, but I would rather have the Carrion Locust actually hit something as well. So no rush on that. Ambush Paratrooper. Yeah, not ambushing anything anytime soon. It's a nice creature, I would say. But yeah, we're swinging with both. With go for the throat support. Let's see. Our opponent might have might have the red burn spell. That would be a true. Yep, excavation explosion. Yeah, it's kind of predicted. Okay, we are now missing land drops, but every creature that dies is actually not an issue here because it actually makes our overwhelming remorse cheaper. But I would like to get our next few lands too if the game doesn't mind. I am very willing to play Goring Warplow for its cost though. And yeah, we'll take. Our opponent could... This is like 5 mana to pump, so our opponent could just hit us for 2. Also, very good reason not to block there. Warlord's Elite. Yeah, we're not landing what we need. Thankfully, we can just go for the throat. Let's see. The Power Stone Fracture would be a nice thing to hit. We can pitch play Revenant to it at this point. Opponent going. Unfortunately, it's an exile, so we're not into a. Okay. So taking 3. If we can hit 1 more mana, no, it's expensive. It's corrupt of all things. We'll play the Warplow. You see the cold stuff back. This has first strike, so I'm probably just going to chump block with Clay Revenant, which is perfect given our mana situation. I can also just block their Ambush Paratrooper if they decide to swing with it and just go for it there. They will swing with both. I will take the 4 from the ground. Oh, they're only swinging with that? Okay, maybe chump block. Now, if they have the 2 mana spell that exiles graveyards, I'm going to be really sad because now we will not have any removal at all. Okay, see if our opponent trades. No trade? Okay. Yeah, I was thinking if I wanted to do it on the Ambush Paratrooper, but we can still block the ground. But note that the game has... So we are at 14... No. 13 lands because we use an Evolving Wilds for 1 of them. So 13 lands out of 27. We're less than 50%. So a lot of people would usually complain like, why haven't I drawn a land yet? But it's when you realize that because of the way our decks are built, the odds of drawing lands are not that high. And at this point, I might actually want the Power Stone Fracture now instead of... Oh, I'll take an Overwhelming Remorse. That counts. Okay, they did have to go removal for Goring Warplow, so we'll be taking 4. Come up. Okay, the ward is annoying, but we did finally hit our... I'm actually scared to play this one, but we kind of have to play it. We're probably gonna hit 3 lands. Nope. Oh, we only hit 1 land, and we get a Goring Warplow back, so that's actually fine. Probably not swinging anytime soon, though. If our opponent swings with this board, I am going to recruitment officer. Okay, opponent's going to start drawing into stuff. I kind of need the toughness here. We will give up the carry and Locust. They hit a Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Oh, great. And it has Unearth, so but from the looks of it, our opponent does not have Mishra himself, so we're kind of fine with that. But we are playing a fully defensive game. We don't exactly have a way to punch through. Another land would be nice, preferably a swamp, so we can at least take out this Chanter. Do I even want to take out the Chanter? Normally I want to take out the engine, especially since our opponent is missing red. Now I can attack. It will draw us a card. 2, 4. Yeah, I think I'm going for it. Gnawing Vermin, that's fine. This might be our last stand here, and I might have made my last mistake depending on what this part is. It's not the land. Now, the way our opponent's paying for it, I have to block the biggest one and expect a combat trick. Mishra's Onslaught. Oh! I had no way, so I should not have attacked. Oh, come on. That was sad. Oh, well. To be fair, we held out for very long, considering that the game was not giving us land, so we were kind of an underdog there. It's a bit sad that we could not have won at least one more game, but this one was free off the pass, so we'll take it for what it is. And that's pretty much our sad draft here, but we'll keep going strong. We'll see if we can do better next time around. That's going to be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, turn on notifications, and whatnot. Again, many thanks to all those who tuned in with me. Kyle Braxton, thank you very much. Jericho Alagan, thank you very much. Wish you the best of luck with your Mono Black aggro deck. And that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.